Hello, this is Dom from BlackToad Studios. Welcome to part 2 of Sit and Toad, our Q&A series. So in this series, I answer all the questions that you put in the previous video and on Facebook, and do my best to answer them in the best possible way I can. So the first question today, in no particular order, is from Scragguard, who says, is there any channel you've not faced but really want to? So, that is an interesting question. I've been quite fortunate so far to play against quite a lot of other YouTube channels, including yourself, Scragguard. So, I've been, quite fortunate. It's always a pleasure to play against another YouTuber because they share the passion of the hobby, and they all enjoy it and bring new aspects to it. So the person that I would really like to play, of course, would be mini wargaming. That would be amazing to play mini wargaming. Striking Scorpion would be good. Basically, because I've watched his videos for years, I really like the kind of like the slight narrative twist, and the terrain he uses in battle reports is it's amazing. It takes it to the next level. But I must say, we've got a game with Empress Pot planned for next month, and really looking forward to playing him. Seems like a really nice guy, great models, and it's going to be a really fun battle. I'm predicting good things. So if you're watching, I'm predicting good things. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, good times. Right, so hopefully that's answered that question. Okay, so next question is from Amia. I think that's how you pronounce your name. I might be wrong. I do apologise. But what can you do? So your question is, if you could choose one Space Marine exclusive unit to add to your Chaos army, what would it be and why? So what would I pick? I would pick one of three things. Sorry, I'm going to go off here. I'm going to pick possibly so I'm going with Vanilla Marines. I'm not going to go on the variants like Thunderwolf Cavalry or anything like that, so Space Wolves. So standard Marines, I will go with the Land Raider Crusader, because I really like that and the higher capacity of troops that you can use with that. Quite like that. It's very nice with the bolters on the side and the multi-melter on the top. Centurions, Devastator Centurions, I think now, because I think they're really nice, really quite brutal in games. Or, let me see, possibly the Storm Raven, because Chaos need a flying transport, and the Storm Raven, Chaos up a little bit, could be quite nice to transport troops in, especially things like Berserkers, get them flying in and straight into combat. So they would be the units that I would pick for Space Marines to put into Chaos. Because the thing about Chaos at the moment is Space Marines keep getting all this 30k stuff getting released constantly, and a lot of the unique weapons are kind of now getting absorbed into standard Marine forces, like combi bolters and other Reaper auto cannons being put across. And you're kind of like, well, what's Chaos getting back in return if you go like standard vanilla Chaos? If you go like Death Guard or Emperor's Children, you kind of get some bits. You got some unique stuff that no other chapter's going to be getting, no other legion's going to be getting. But standard Chaos stuff, it's depleting, my friends. Power to Chaos. Bring down the Marines. Death to the false Emperor. So, next question. I hope that's answered that, by the way. Next question is from Major Chard. I've got two questions. Where do I get my very own BlackToad Studio t-shirt? Here we go, look, see him? It's good. Well, Major Chard, you got to ask. That's the first step, I suppose. And maybe a competition, according to the wife who's whispering in the background. Maybe we'll do a competition. You guys get to win one in the future. That is a good idea. Yeah, so that's that one. And would you like to see more variants of guard regiments when a new codex is released? Yes, I would, because I really want to do another guard force, but I'm really bored of Cadian models, and the Catachan models are, I would say horrible is a strong word, not particularly pleasant on the eye. And if you go with Talan, Valhallan, Vostrian, Steel Legion, Elysian or Death Corps, that's really expensive to make a feasible army for guard. So I would like to see one of those in a plastic variant come out. That would be really nice, especially like with Valhallan. That would be good, because originally when I themed my guard, I went with like a Soviet theme. So I'd have some Valhallan troops kind of sitting on the back of sort of Chimeras and Human Russes. That would be really nice, and I would definitely go out and buy them. That's, yeah, Valhallan. I would go Valhallan. Yes. Okay, next question is from Idic Beer. Will we see an appearance of Tom in this series? Hopefully not, because his face may offend you all. It's not good. I have to look at that quite a lot, and sometimes I can't sleep when I get home. It's horrible, absolutely horrible. But no, he might appear. He might do his own series in the future. He might get to Ask Tom. AskTom.com. That might be a website. If so, it's not related to Tom, so don't check that out. Ignore that. But yeah, Tom might appear in another episode. But yeah, who knows? Maybe he's currently doing a lot of Dawn of War videos. So he's doing more the computer game side of like the Warhammer 40,000 universe at a minute. So if you haven't seen those already, check them out, because obviously if you like playing with dice and toy soldiers, you like computer games with soldiers. So yeah, really good videos as well. I loved the Dawn of War games, they were excellent, but my computer is rubbish, so possibly not for me. But go check them out if you like computer games. Next is, it's not really a question, it's more of a statement, from Harry from the Dark Artisan. Dom, your face is so pretty. Thank you, Harry, I much appreciate that. You saw it in person a few days ago, so maybe it's made more of an impact on you than it did before. But no, thank you, it's really flattering. Okay, next question is from Empress Pot. So as I said earlier, we're going to play Empress Pot on the channel soon. Go check them out, I'll put a link below. Really good channel, and looking forward to our game. So the question is, with the announcement of you starting a 30k army, I am, apparently they have biscuits, which is quite nice. Regardless of which legion you pick, which Primarch would you like to build and paint purely for aesthetics? So I do actually own a Primarch model. Let me take a sip of tea. Let that bite go past. Very inconsiderate. So I do own a Primarch model. I own Angron. I got him years ago. I haven't really touched him, and I'm not doing World Eaters, so no spoilers there. Primarch would I pick? And maybe the Khan, because A, he's bound to be on a bike. B, I love the Mongolian kind of appearance and theme of the white scars, and I kind of think the colours, whites, reds, I feel a lot of golds as well would be suitable, and I'd love to see what Forge World do with his facial features as well, how he'll be kind of posed. I think it'd be quite an interesting model, and yeah, also I'm not doing white scars, but yeah, really good. As for the Legion I will be doing, the Primarch model is or maybe quite nice. Character-wise, I really like the Primarch. The Legion is what I would like to have done a long time ago, but people are beating me to like the 40k themed armies that I wanted to do. It's kind of rambling on and kind of won't make much sense, but maybe it does, but bear with me. The theme I'm going with for this army is not necessarily what they're like in 40k. From the 40k point of view, I would have loved maybe like a Black Templar army. Obviously I won't do Black Templars because Tom's got a massive Black Templar army and I don't want to kind of bother collecting them, so it'd be a waste of my time. Or also I quite like the look of some of the Iron Warrior stuff, and strategy wise I like how they both play, and my 30k army will kind of be a mix of both of those, and with an appearance of how I'm theming it. I've already purchased some bits, by the way, so it'll look quite nice when it's all finished. That really hasn't answered. That's gone off on a ramble, so I'm really sorry, mate, for not really answering. Yeah, so that's that. Sorry. Okay, so next questions are from Lee Hunt on Facebook. And what favourite character story-wise and or model? There's a lot of characters I really like. Character-wise, I really like Khan the Betrayer, because when he's in a game, sometimes I get him into like an epic duel and he's like surrounded by berserkers, and I can imagine all the berserkers just chanting his name as he's kind of like hacking apart what's going on. And I can imagine a bit like in the film Troy with Brad Pitt. You've got Troy's, so Achilles, and he's got his myrmidons around him, so it's like his chosen fighters, the elite, the ones that will follow him into hell. And I like to think that the berserkers that follow Khan are just like that. They're completely dedicated to Khorne. They follow Khan because he's like the chosen one of Khorne, and yeah, they'll follow him into hell and probably won't come back. So Khan is definitely character-wise one of my favourites. As for model, really like the new Khan model. Guard models at the moment. Not really many guard ones I like at the moment. And orcs, Fracker, really love the Fracker model. It's really weird for orcs that you've only really got like a couple of war boss models, but Fracker, I remember having a Fracker model, Gascal Fracker, and it being really mega and quite heavy because it was metal at the time when I had him, and I was like, yeah, really like the Gascal model. So for me, Fracker is probably my favourite model. Khan, kind of character and lore as well. How this, for Khan, go back to Khan, but how Khan was like Angron's conscience and sense and logic have brought Angron into the Legion and was like the middleman between, because Angron obviously had a bit of a temper issue, and then slowly Khan was cursed and fell into madness and became the butcher that he's now known as in the 40k universe. So yeah, I know people kind of may think he's not particularly, he's pretty one-dimensional, but I think Khan has definitely got a lot of depth, and I really like Khan as a character. So that is question one. Question two is, what are you hoping gets a resculpt next? So I was thinking about this earlier. Most of these questions are just answering. I wouldn't actually talk about these at all. The Roughriders. Really hope Roughriders get a new kit, because I really like the theme behind them, that in the 41st millennium, the best thing to do if you want to charge superhuman with a gun that fires explosive rounds is to jump on a horse with a stick and poke people. So yeah, I really like Roughriders. I think they're cool, especially kind of going back to like the First World War as well. having all these guys that were willing to just charge headlong into this meat grinder, which was World War One, unfortunately. And it's yeah, it's interesting stuff. So that's my resculpt. Also, mutilators, chaos. Oh, they're horrible looking models. I haven't actually seen any in person because no one really fields them. But what I've seen, yeah, I don't really like the look of them too much. So, yeah, mutilators need a bit of love as well. And finally, from Mr. Lee Hunt, most legendary moment in a game: lucky kill or man of the match. So, my man of the match, cheers, is possibly quite a few years ago, I had Slime Arbo. And anyone who's used Slime Arbo or faced him knows he is a menace. And Slime Arbo in this game against Tom. So if you meet myself and Tom, we'll happily tell you the story. And Tom had his Warhound Titan kind of prancing around the battlefield, kind of pushed up from his defensive position, and was like, bam, bam, laser destroyer, plasma cannon thing into my tanks. And my guard were taking serious hammering. The Warhound had suffered some damage. The void shields had been taken down. And my Slime Arbo popped up behind. Threw a satchel charge, whole point gone. And I think Tom kind of shrugged it off. Next turn, Melter Bomb. Bye-bye Warhound. It's gone. It was absolutely awesome. It was see Tom's face as well. And yeah, it was like Slime Arbo. I think it was something like I might be wrong, 60 points or something like that, one-man army. And yeah, he was a one-man army, awesome. And that was one of my favourite gaming moments. Also going back to 2nd edition, years ago. So 2nd edition, like you see now in Armageddon Shadow Wars, Terminators had a 2d6 save, and I think it was a 3-up or something like that. And I remember a Baden being killed off by a Mordian Iron Guard with a las pistol, and somehow he got like double ones and died. I might be wrong, I might be completely off of the rules, but I remember being young and that moment sticking with me, and that was very cool. So yeah, that is all the questions for this episode. Hope you've enjoyed them. Remember guys, if you got any questions about any of the armies on the studio, any events coming up, any other questions, questions about love, feelings, emotions, please put them below and I will do my best to answer them the best I can. And as the series progresses, we'll have more questions for you as well. So the question for you all is, what is your favorite army that you have painted out of Fantasy, Sigma, 40k, any of the specialist games, even going into things like Flames of War or Bolt Action, the best painted army you've had and why you've enjoyed painting it, and yeah, any of your thoughts behind that. I'd love to hear about that, guys. So this is Dom from BlackToad Studios. Thank you very much for viewing and take care.